All right. Hey guys, we're back here. Filming my progress in a 440 10K guaranteed on PokerStars, a 440 4K guaranteed, and a 220 deep stacks. And yeah, this is the last session of the night. I played about 10 games today and I filmed the whole thing. If you guys want to watch it, it's on my channel. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'm an intermediate to advanced player, poker player. I'm looking to improve my game, and I'm just looking for some feedback. So I figured I'd post some videos online, hopefully teach you guys something as well, and give you some entertainment. So yeah, I'm doing fairly well on these so far. Everything's going quite well. Getting a little bit shorter in the 10K guaranteed, but these two I'm above average stack. So this one I get a full house. Anyway, if you haven't watched the first videos, then definitely check them out. They're going to be on my website. I'll probably just put them all in a playlist together for this day. So, and it's May 14th, so it'll be May 14th session. If you'd like to watch, because this is the last session of the night, or the last few tables of the night that I'm going to play, and then I'll be done for the night. It's 9 o'clock here, so... Anyway, yeah, ace-10 offsuit with 86 big blinds. I think we can just fold here. Probably opening with 50 big blinds, 60 big blinds, but with 86, we still got a really healthy stack, and this is a reverse implied odds hand. So, because ace-10, or ace-jack, ace-queen, ace-king, right? So, we can just get rid of it in early position. Probably opening it on the hijack. Start opening ace-10 off with 86 big blinds on the hijack. So... with 86 big blinds, you're pretty comfortable. You can sit back. You can try to flop some, especially in the early stages of a tournament, because everybody's playing crazy, right? And you haven't got rid of the bad players yet. So bluffing, I'm not going to say like take bluffing completely out of your game, but like you just don't want to be running as many bluffs because you're not exerting the same amount of the most amount of pressure on your opponents in the early stages, because they're so deep stacked, they can float, they can call the turn, and you know it's not putting their tournament life on the line. It's usually in the middle stages to the late stages of the tournament you want to be bluffing, double barreling and such. So yeah. Well, okay, here is an open. King queen off. This has got a little bit crazy, so we're going to get out of that one for sure. So we have 22 big blinds, so we're willing to stack off here with any pair, top pair. 8-4 for 100. I don't think I'm hitting it very often, so another reverse implied odds hand. Okay, so we get a king. It's not too draw heavy. I think a half pot bet will suffice here. Well, yeah, I'm willing to play this for stacks right now. I'll get it all in right now with this hand. I got a queen kicker, which is a very good kicker. King jack could raise me all in. King 10. Flush draws. There's a lot of combinations of hands that my opponents could have that they're just getting out of line with, that they likely shouldn't have called to begin with. So I was willing to play for stacks there. All right, king 5 suited is a fold here. Probably call with king 9 suited. Or no, we're 150 big blinds deep. I'd call with king 9 suited if I had 30 big blinds. If I have 158, I'd probably call with king 10, king jack suited. Maybe even fold king 10 suited, actually. Okay, we can fold that. King 5 again is a fold. This king 5 is a little bit better, but still it doesn't matter. King 5 is bad. I'd raise king 5 suited on the button, but probably not on the cutoff, depending on the opponents too. This is all player dependent. A lot of my decision making that I have is very player dependent. So I can't really give you some hard, fast rules about which hands to play and which position, because a lot of it is player dependent. So, all right, queen 3 offsuit. Well, if I was going to open this, it would be because this guy's VPIP was 14, 14 pre-flop raise 10, and this guy was 12, 10, or something like that. Then I might consider opening. But with these types of stats, like Queen 3, by default, your default strategy is probably to fold Queen 3, Queen 4, Queen 5, offsuit on the button, maybe start opening at Queen 6. Queen 6, Queen 7. But we're very deep stacked too, right? So that's different. Like we can probably fold Queen 7 too and probably start opening at Queen 8, Queen 9. Hands that we can make a straight or flush with, right? Hands that you can't make a straight or a flush with just are pretty junky hands, and with 150 big blinds you can pick better spots. Even at 100 plus big blinds, I'm folding ace 2, ace 3 on the button. Probably start opening at ace 4. If they're suited, I'm opening with them, but ace 2 suited and ace 3 suited, I'm definitely opening, but ace 2 off, ace 3 off, I'm folding, because we're blocking auto-fold hands like 7 deuce, 8 deuce, 9 deuce, all those hands that the big blind's going to fold, we're blocking those combinations, so it's more likely that the big blind's going to have something that he can call. So that's why. Okay, 6-9 suited, 84-11, 25-0, 8-0. So we got a very tight big blind, and we got a suited 3-gapper. It's probably worth opening here. We're looking for hands that we can make straights and flushes with. So those are the type of hands you want to be opening this deep. Because when you hit, you're going to hit big. So I'm going to raise the 6-9 suited. 7 deuce off, fold. 4-9 off, fold. So surprisingly enough, this guy calls. Okay, so we make a pair. Probably going to put out like half the pot. Because we do have a hand, and this guy's going to be abandoning ship a lot, because he's likely not hitting this board very often. I guess his calling range could connect with a 7 potentially. Like, he has a lot of hands in his range there, but... Well, if this was in the big blind, I probably would consider looking this guy up, but here I gotta fold. And that as well. Huh. Rejamming $17,000. All right, pocket 7s. And there is really no shove stacks on the table, so we'd raise it regardless, of course, but pocket 2s. And they hold. Okay, 7s we're going to open. Hope to flop a set. Getting lots of callers, so that's good, I guess. If we flop a set, it's not so good if we don't. All right, this kind of flop. Probably going to try to take it down right here. Doesn't work. I'm probably going to go in check mode. Check. What did he have? Pocket 9s. Yeah, I considered betting the river, but... Alright, ace 3 suited. Shit. He could open it, but I'm not going to right now. We just opened the last hand too, right? So I figured I could have turned my hand into a bluff on the river, I guess, but I just put this guy on a 10. I figured he had a 10 in his hand to call in the middle between two guys. And if he has a flush draw and he's checking it back on the river, then I got him beat with my 7s. So there's that. Yeah, there's just really not that many hands that I'm going to get to fold there. He's not folding a 10. He's not folding a king for anything. Anyway, that's the wrong table, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. Okay, 3-7 suited is a fold. We're down to 1170. So yeah, these deep stacks, that's one thing about them, is that they are a little bit slower to get rid of the players because their stacks don't get as short as quickly. But we got paid off really well with full house there, so that's why we're so deep right now. Because average is 14,000 and we're 10,000 over average, so. So this guy 3-bets 3% of the time, and he's putting out a small 3-bet, so I'm going to say that he probably has jacks, queens, kings, or aces. Almost every time. Ooh. There's no way that that's correct in any scenario. All right, pocket threes. Yeah, it's kind of an iffy. This is an iffy spot. I think I'm just raising. There's no shove stacks on the table. And we can flop a set. We're kind of just looking for a set here. We're still deep enough that we have the implied odds to get a set, and you know, but nobody else has a shove stack. Those are kind of some of the reasons that I'm raising these threes. If I had 100 big blinds, I'd definitely raise. If I had 40, I would fold. Okay, so I'm going to be betting this in my whole range, so I'm going to bet small. Okay. So he calls, and the top card pairs, which means don't double barrel as a bluff, ever. This is not how you do things. Like, well, I guess you could, but I don't know. I don't. Check, check. On the river, he puts out a half-pot stab. Well, that's probably something you do with like a 10, or maybe a 7. Anyway, we can get rid of it. Maybe he had it. Maybe he had a flush. You never know. I don't think so. I think he would have went for more value on the river with a flush. All right, 7-8 off. We can fold. Here I'm just going to call and underrepresent my hand. Go for a check raise, and hopefully that he has king queen. It's pretty draw heavy too. Pot is 1,500. I'll put out the pot size raise. He shoves, I'm going with it. Calls. Okay, so we do have a backdoor flush draw. Probably going to continue betting here. I don't know. I think I'm going to check because I don't know. This is a shitty spot. I'm probably going to have to go with it. I got the backdoor not flush draw, so. He called my pot-sized raise. He must have had a, let's see. I think he might have had king jack, to be honest. That would make sense. King jack would make sense here. Or a 10, he just wasn't ready to release. But anyway, I'm happy that he called my pot-sized check raise. I think I played that very well because of all the draws out. It's a pretty draw-heavy board. Like, king jack is definitely square in his range, and then you have flush draws, and yeah, if he has a jack with 2 spades, yeah, it was kind of draw-heavy. I think check raising here, trying to get maximum value on the flop was probably the best bet, and I think that he's calling quite frequently, so maybe even had pocket jacks. Pocket jacks is definitely a possibility here. I don't know. I didn't barrel the turn because I didn't bet the turn because that if I bet here, then I'm going to keep his range very tight on the turn, and I want him to continue with all of his garbage, and I want to give them the opportunity to bluff, right? King 6 suited, and we're playing with some pretty tight players. They're not too wacky, so I'm just going to fold. These guys were like 72, 65, and 40, 30 or something like that. I would probably call just because I know they're going to be playing like fucking maniacs. All right, so here we have less than 20 big blinds with pocket kings, so that means we can slow play them. But when players go like this, I think we have to shove now. There's just too many callers, and this looks so fishy. It looks like something that somebody would do with a weak hand. Plus, these guys have me covered. Like, they can call off pretty easy. 2 callers. Oh, man, an ace. Shitty. Not good. Yeah, I'm fucked. But we got it in with the kings. You can't complain. Yeah, I'm totally fucked now. I know that they got an ace. Somebody does. Sucks. Queen Jack. No, I lost the tournament. That sucks. Pocket kings have not been treating me very well today. Like, fuck, I lost. I got aces versus kings earlier, lost another tournament, and anyway, we'll make these a little bit bigger now that we're only going to play 2. I'm done for today with playing poker, so after these 2. Yeah, kings haven't done us very good. Or pocket nines. Yeah, I raise. The reason I'm raising is because the blinds are super tight. I thought we might have been able to get through. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to bet large because I'm not betting this very frequent. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to blast the turn. Oh, fuck. It's kind of a bummer. I was hoping he had a top pair and he wasn't going to let go of it. All right, I'm going to check. There really isn't many cards on the turn that could come off that are going to really affect like the strength of my hand here. And we have a 4 kicker, and we want to keep our opponent's range wide by just checking, and then I'm probably going to call here and check. I'm going to small value bet this. I don't think this guy has anything, but he might call me with pocket 7s or an 8. Yeah. Small value bet. And he had ace high, so pretty bad call by my opponent. Seem to be doing quite well in this one, though. We're in 81st place at 823. This guy's super passive, so I doubt he's going to raise. Okay, queen 10 suited will raise. I got to do some more studying on this limp folding and limp calling. I haven't done any study on it yet. Well, a little tiny bit, but I kind of want to get better with that because that's the next thing I'm going to work on. I have been working a lot on small blind strategies and raise pots, but not so much blind v blind. I know what you should defend the big blind with pretty well, but not the limp calling range that you're supposed to have. I think it's pretty wide, but anyway, I think 10-4 suited probably would be a fold though. Like, I'm not sure. I do have the chart on my computer here. I could go get it, but I got it off Jonathan Little's website. He has a whole bunch of charts, like GTO charts, which actually in raise first in, like somebody raises what you should call with and stuff like that. And it's a good guideline. And it's helped me out quite a bit actually with the small blind because I didn't know before that with 15 big blinds, you're supposed to call with any suited ace in the small blind when somebody raises, even under the gun. So that's something I didn't know. And then 3-betting ranges for certain big blind levels. I got 100 big blinds. You only 3-bet in the small blind versus under the gun with queens, kings, aces, and ace-king suited, not ace-king offsuit. And then versus the cutoff in the button, you're pretty in 100-plus big blinds deep. You're pretty much playing like 3-better fold, and then the only hands that I'm calling with are suited connectors and small pocket pairs. Then you're 3-betting everything else, basically. Granted, you could, depending on the player, it's player dependent too. Maybe against certain players, you're not going to want to 3-bet with pocket 9s because they're extraordinarily tight. But, you know, it's a guide, not a rule, right? We start at a GTO standpoint, and then we deviate from that to exploit our opponents once we figure out what they're doing wrong. So, this guy's a 14 and 10, so there is implied odds here to call. So if we do flop something like a straight or two pair, he probably has a really good hand. He's not going to let it go. But yeah, that's not the flop we wanted. We could have folded there too. But it was only a min raise, so. Okay, 5-9 is too weak to call. 8-9 I would call. 7-9 I might call, suited. And then 5-9 is just too weak. Okay. Ace-2 offsuit is a fold. Probably folding ace-2 suited here too. Probably start calling it like ace-10 suited. Maybe ace-9 suited against this guy, but this guy's super tight. So ace-9 suited would probably be a good 3-betting candidate, actually, because it's kind of the bottom of your range. And you're not going to mind having to fold it to a 4-bet. But like something like ace-jack suited where you're going to hate it when you got to fold to a 4-bet is different, right? Pocket eights. Probably just going to play these as a set mine. And this guy is 18 big blinds. Yeah, I don't even think I want to go all in with that guy. I think I'm just going to treat this as a set mine. Kind of sucks we lost with pocket kings there. That was a $10,000 guaranteed. When we had our opponents crushed. The range is crushed anyway, and we got called twice, so we could have tripled up there. Probably tripling up like 60-70% of the time there. And we get to see a free card, which is excellent. Somebody probably has an ace and they didn't bet. 7's a pretty good card for us. But there's so many players in this pot that, like this guy especially, could have an ace and he's just waiting for somebody to double him up with a bet. There's just too many players in this. I think I'm just going to let this go. I don't know what these 3 players are going to do. I don't know. It kind of sucks. If it was a 3-way pot, I probably would call, but just too many players. This guy has an ace. Like, he has an ace. I'm going to be pretty surprised if he folds here. Oh, kings. Oh, and it was a total bluff. It was a stone bluff, was it? King, queen, suited. So this guy, what, min-raised? Pre-flop? I called the pocket eights. Yeah, so if I had a 3-bet instead of just set mining with it, I would have got it all in bad with him. So it's good that I just called there. And I'm going to fold this hand. We're in the top 100. Oh, as soon as I say that, we're out of it. But yeah, we were in the top 100 for a little bit. And the average stack 16 too. I think late registration is still going in this. And this probably would be a good one to late reg too, because the stacks are so deep and the blinds go up pretty slow. These take forever to play, like they do. They take forever to play, so. We made 2 pair there if I'd have called. I think it was a raised pot and I didn't want to get involved though. Okay, queen 4 is a fold. This hand I'm going to be opening 2.5. This guy's playing a 13-4 game, so he's fairly tight, passive. 39-16 calls. So we're definitely ahead of his range. I'll tell you that right now. Probably calling with a lot of trash. And he has a big stack, so he can double us up if we happen to flop a straight or something, or flush. Against this particular guy, I'm going with a queen high flush because I just can't assign him to a king or ace high flush. He's not. I don't know. I would go with this for stacks probably if I make a flush. Okay. Yeah. Check. Call. Check. Call. Check. It's a pretty tough check. But I can't bet. I'll turn my hand face up, right? Ugh. What did he have? He didn't have an ace. Oh, he had a jack. There's a couple different ways I could have played that hand. What I could have did was check raised him on the flop. But I didn't want him to come over the top and put me all in this spot, even though it probably would have been good. I don't know. Maybe I played it wrong. Maybe I should have played that for stacks. Maybe I should have been willing to play that for stacks. I don't know. I just didn't put him on any type of hand, so I figured he had nothing. Yeah, I figured he had absolutely nothing there. And that he was bluffing, and I just wanted to let him bluff off, and I figured if I checked the river, I gave myself an opportunity to allow him to continue bluffing. I just, with statistics like this, I just figured he had no value whatsoever. And he was going, if he bets the river, I was going to raise. And hopefully he has an ace. But I kind of doubt he did, to be honest, from the start. All right, 2-4 suited is a fold under the gun. And we started in this one with 1,000 players. We're almost down halfway through. That's what I was trying to avoid. Okay, ace-4 off is a fold. Still got a very healthy stack here with 119 big blinds. And we've been playing for an hour and 20 minutes, so. I guess there would be some merit to playing that queen jack for stacks. I'm still working on that part of my game. I think I should have check raised it and tried to play for stacks there. Maybe instead of taking the low variance route. But I don't know what you guys think about that. Because yeah, I'm about even money against an ace. And it gives me another way I can win the hand by check raising as well. Like he can fold. So then when I don't make my draw, I'm not in a really tough spot. Middle pair is not really what we wanted, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, I checked this. This guy's a 76 and 15 here. This guy bets 1083. He's pretty tight on his raises. He's raising 13% of hands, and he's under the gun. So I'm gonna put him on something there. I don't think he's just doing that with air. I'm gonna fold that. $900. All right. Okay, 3-5's a fold. No point in getting involved in stuff like that. Okay, we got 98 big blinds, and we have a limper, a very loose limper. So this is definitely going to be a raise. Whenever this guy figures out what he's doing. This guy could shove, too. It's possible. All right. Make it the size of the pot. Ensure that we're going to get heads up. One caller. And we have nothing. So I think I'm just going to check. Then put out third pot. Got to start betting it eventually. All right, I think I'm just going to check and see if my ace high is good. What do you got? Oh, wow. 3 jacks. Yeah, in that spot there, I figured this kit connects with his range quite well because I know he's going to be calling with a lot of suited stuff, like middle cards. So I put 7-8 in his range. I put like 8-9 in his range, 6-7 in his range, 5-6 in his range, all those hands. So I figured this would be a nice board to check back. But then when he checks the turn, he kind of like capped his range, not 2 pair or better. So I decided to bet on the jack because it is a bit of a scare card. If he has a 6, he may fold, and I may be able to continue on the turn or on the river with a bet. And if I hit an ace, I'm building a pot, an ace or a king. So, but then when he insta calls on the turn, I'm basically putting him on a hand, and I know that this particular opponent is never folding a pair because he's a calling station, most likely. So I just check it back, see if my ace high is good. So basically that was my reasoning in that hand. But I think I played it well. I lost the minimum minutes, so. Holy. So that guy got extraordinarily lucky there. I think average is 17K, so we're still way above average. So we're doing good. 85 big blind. And we got the first 3-bet from this calling guy. And a call by the 74% of hands guy, and then he donk bets. What does he have, a set? Oh, pocket 5s. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. That was interesting. Oh, donk bets out of position. What was the flop? It was Queen 4-3. There we go. All right, we got the aces now, not the kings. Seems like every time I get kings, somebody has aces. Well, it's already happened to me once today. And then somebody had ace something and won there. So I guess we're going to fold our aces because we're running bad. No, I'm just joking. I'm just going to call. Hopefully this guy calls too. Hey, look, it happened the other way this time. That happened to me earlier, but it was way deeper in the tournament, and it took me out, and I had a huge stack. So not equivalently good. Because, yeah, that was pretty shitty. I have it on film there. I, like, made it super deep into a tournament. I was, like, in the late stages of a tournament, like, past them in the money for sure. And then I got aces versus kings with like 40 big blinds or something, 45 big blinds, and lost. And this is shitty when that happens. I hate that. Seems like it's only supposed to happen 5% of the time when you have kings too, but it seems like it happens a little bit more than that on here for some reason. Well, I don't know if that's just my particular experience here, or... But yeah, that's happened a lot. I've lost a lot of tournaments with kings and somebody has aces since I started playing on here. In the last 75 tournaments, it's probably happened about 3 or 4 times, so that's more than 5% for sure. Anyway, 4 grand above average, 120th place out of 536. We started with 1,052, $605 top prize, which is awesome. 605 bucks. I'm from Canada, so in Canadian dollars, that's about $1,000. Our dollar's doing really bad right now. This Justin Trudeau guy's an idiot. I don't know how much you guys know about him, but he's a moron. That's our prime minister. He is the dumbest prime minister we've ever had in our life. They're in my lifetime. What the hell? You can't fold there. Holy shit. What an idiot. Holy shit. You have to call. Like, you can't not call. Even if you got queen 3, you got to call to see if you can spike a queen or 3. There's only one combo that beats you, too, is Jack 9. That's the only straight combo. Like, there's one combination of straight that beats you. So what are you scared of? That easily could have been a semi bluff with a club draw. What a fucking moron. Folds and leaves himself 8 big blinds. I gotta write that down. That's fucking stupid. So what do you got? Oh, come on. We gotta see what he had. 5-7. Okay, so let's go with 5-7 offsuit and see if we can double up and get... Oh boy, people are so stupid. Let's try with the 5-7 off instead of the top pair. This guy's playing a 15-7. Oh, that worked out pretty good. I didn't really want to play that hand out of position, but you have to 3-bet to ace-king suited out of position in the big blind. Like, all right, queen 3 off. We can get rid of that. This guy's playing a 72-14. 16-2 limps in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm out of this one. This is a terrible raise size, by the way, because these guys have excellent odds to call in position. Pretty much not going to fold anything to that. Like, you saw my raise was the pot, size of the pot. Actually, you should make your raise slightly bigger than the size of the pot when you're going to be in the out of position, and slightly less than the size of the pot when you're going to be in position. So yeah, pot was kind of like right in the middle of that. But with ace-king suited, I'm so strong with ace-king suited. I'm not that disappointed when somebody calls. Plus, I want to let this guy know that if he wants to shove, he can go right ahead. I would call off like instantly. So, okay. What do we got? Jack 8, ace-king. Oh my god. Fuck me, eh? That was crazy. Overvalues ace-king, that's for sure. Already got a note on this guy. Yeah. I think that about sums it up. I don't think I need to add any more. Moron. Did he have a flush draw? No. He had a got shot straight draw and 2 overcards. So, yeah, I don't know. How much equity would he have against a jack there? Yeah, about 20%. I had about 20% equity on the turn. Yeah, like, that's 20% equity against precisely a jack. Like, this guy could easily have a 7, which he's dead. He's drawing to 8%. So, or jack 10, then you're 8%. So, terribly played by our opponent there. Ace 7. It's folded around to me. I am jamming. This guy has 23 big blinds, and if I 3x and he shoves, I'm going to need about 44% equity to call, so it's better to just shove myself, get maximum fold equity, and if he wants to call, he can call. I highly doubt it's going to be folded around to me, though, so... Well, this is somewhat of a tighter table, I guess, but still. This guy's thinking long and hard about something. I got 111, 110 hands on these guys. It's funny we haven't moved yet. This is a nice little spot for a 3-bet, to be honest, but he's only raising 8% of hands, so that's a pretty low number. So he probably has a pretty tight button range. Where's his button? Oh, I go raise first in. He's only raised 1 out of 3 buttons that we've seen. Or he's raising 33% of the time on the button. So I guess he is raising a little bit on the button. This is a nice little spot to open if it's folded to me. These guys are a little too big to be shoving wide. This guy takes my spot, though, again. That was a pretty nice flop for Queen 9. Got the spade draw and everything, but this guy donk bets. All right, 10-2 off. We can fold. Oh, jeez. Okay, ace-4 suited. Well, I was going to open it, but then this guy does that. And there's absolutely no implied odds to call. He has 10 big blinds remaining, so likely this is something like ace-10, 7s plus, or king-queen. Eight and 3. Man, this guy's playing extraordinarily tight. That's crazy. You don't see a lot of these 8-3 guys at this level. Okay. King 8. I think that was a little bit too weak to do this with, to be honest. I think maybe King 10 suited would be somewhat okay, but okay. 2.1. Make it a little bit smaller. I know it's kind of like a tell, a bet sizing tell, but these guys aren't going to play with me long enough to realize that I'm raising slightly less with pocket pairs, you know. Just a set mine, basically. So when these two guys call, and then we can get into a big pot. But yeah, of course we're not calling here. This guy 3-bets, and he has like an 8-3, 3-bet 0. So I can pretty much assume that he has 10s plus here. Especially when he doesn't just open shove. Makes it look a little bit stronger. He probably had like jacks plus. If he had a 3-bet small, I probably would have pondered a call if I had pretty good odds, and then if I made a set and take him out of the tournament. But he raised pretty large there, and we just don't have the implied odds. It's another pretty tight guy, 8-0. Folding his button to a min raise, or his big blind to a min raise, so it's not many hands that you should be folding to a min raise on the button, especially, or in the big blind, especially a guy that's raising with a VPIP of 40 and a pre-flop raise of 20. Those are the type of guys you want to call a little wider because they're going to get into a little bit of trouble a lot of the time. The ranges are much weaker. Like if this guy raised, on the other hand, that'd be different because he's only raising 2% of hands, so you can pretty much assign him to something really good. But all right, we can fold that. So now we're in the stage of the tournament where if you buy in, you're only starting with 20 big blinds, so that's good. It's going to make it more difficult for people to continue registering because I kind of want the people to start dropping off. Been playing for almost 2 hours in this, and we lost half of them. This means he has a good hand. Like he's never these players that do these pot committed raises, you should actually fold top pair to them. If you had like ace jack, you probably should fold. Which is kind of nitty, but it's true because this guy guaranteed he has either a set or 2 pair. Like most of the time, if you can't beat a set, you fold to these pot committed small raises. All right, pocket 8s. I think I'm just gonna check and set mine. I don't know. We got a gut shot straight draw and a fairly decent pair. I could have raised, but I don't know. Let's just set mine. So I'm going to put a small bet out so people can call with worse hands than a 9. Ace on the turns. So now I think I'm going to turn my hand into a bluff, actually. Oh my God. Turn your hand into the bluff and then that happens. All right, I'm going to leave him a little bit of money. He's more prone to call if I leave him $2,000. Wow. A lot of action. All right, I call. It's a little bit loose call, but oh wow, 16 and 4 raises. Okay, basically we're looking for a flush or 2 pair here. Okay, I'm willing to play this for stacks here. I'm willing to play this for stacks. I got shot straight draw, flush draw, and an overcard, so fuck. Can't get away from that. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. He made a full fucking house. That was just bullshit. Make a flush on the turn, and then he full houses the river. Like, God damn it. That was awful. That was awful. Oh, man. That sucks. That was 54,000 chips. We would have like been probably one of the chip leaders of the tournament there, for fuck's sakes. Oh, boy. On fucking real, eh? Had to make a loose call with ace-10 suited there. 54,000 chips to win. It's a little bit loose too, but technically I'm on the cutoff because this guy isn't playing, so. Man, that sucks. Can't get anything going tonight. Like, fuck. That was an excellent spot. Overcard, gut shot straight draw, and a flush draw. Like, it was just the perfect setup. And if any against a king, I'm probably a favorite there. With how many outs? I got 4 queens, and then 9 spades, or 8 spades, because we discount the queen. So 8 and 3 is 11 outs, plus an overcard, three aces. So 15 or 14 outs times 4 equals 56% against a king. Yeah. Just a naked king. So yeah, we were 56% against anybody with a top pair there with our ace-10. And I was willing to play that for stacks. You got to take risks in these tournaments to win them, right? That's how you win these things. Like, I'm going for first place. I'm not going for a min cash, and that's how you get the first place is shit like that. So, but didn't go good. It's just horrible. King on the river, man. I had him dead too. I had him dead to a king or a jack. So he has, what did he have? He had 4 outs. So yeah, he's gonna make a full house on the river 8% of the time or something like that. 7 or 8% of the time. Not cool. Just running really good, I guess. Man, I'm not happy about that. That was pretty sick. I would have been happier just not making my flush. That would have been less sick. It's really sick when you got your opponent dead, and then, yeah, king on the river. Fuck's sakes. Well, we tried our best. You got to make moves like that to win tournaments, though. Like, if you're not willing to take chances to build a big stack, then you're not going to get first place very often, if ever. So I figured donk betting, hoping to get raised, and then jamming was probably the best play. Yeah, it worked out really well for me, actually. The guy with 2 pair, I had tons of equity against 2 pairs, so. Anyways, I'm going to stop the video, and I will talk to you guys after I'm back.